Hi, greetings to you. To give a quick explanation on what this project is all about, it's all about creating a book pool, having a book pool with algorithmic micropayment integration. For the implementation, we've used Node.js and Express.js and basically all these technologies here to achieve this project. And of course, this project is being version controlled with Git, and the version 1.0 has been deployed to Netlify. That's for the front end, and for the back end, version 1.0 has been hosted on CodeSpace itself. And the blockchain being used, of course, is Algorand. And we all our book data, nothing is being hard coded. Everything is fetched from the API. So without wasting much time, I'm going to go straight to the coding aspect. And yes, this brings me to code space, and this is the workspace. And in the workspace, you can see we've got the book API. And if we go into the book service, you can see here we're using the Faker library to get the book data and of course this bit here we're saying we are creating a copy of the data that we want to send to the blockchain, of course, because blockchain is all about metadata. We can't just store all the we can't just store ambiguous information. So we know that the summary and the content of the book are bogus, so we are filtering them out, and we're using these statement to actually send the store the book on the blockchain. And what makes that work is the helper ts. The function we've created here is what interacts with our service, and we've got a minimum transaction set for the for the interaction. And of course we've got the configuration file where we specify our mnemonic that makes the interaction with our blockchain wallet works. Onto the front end aspect. What we've got on the front end, we've got the API folder where we have the API that fetches our book data. Then we've got the component aspect where we've got functions that handles the borrowing of a book, searching of a book, reading of a book, which I will explain on the when I get to the front end aspect. And we've got the wallet context file. This wallet context is where we're able to simulate the functionality of what would have been an ideal wallet situation. Because in an ideal wallet situation, we'll have to use SDK to interact with the wallet provider. But in this case, we're using our wallet context file, and we are simulating, and we are using realistic function names like wallet provider. You get the balance and check if wallet is connected, and we've integrated that with our book card by actually importing this use wallet here. Without wasting much time, I'll just go straight to the front end. And oh no, before I go to the front end, this project has been managed with Git. And as you can see, we've got a main branch, which is where we've committed our current our current activity. This is the repository. This repository is being integrated with a Netlify, and which is why it's possible for us to actually make our front end go live. And if I go to Netlify now and I check the connected GitHub, you can see that it brings me to my repository. If I click on the book, we've done so many deployment to test the project. So I click on book, you see it takes me to the front end, and this is the live website basically. So the idea is that if you come on our website and you click on search a book, you can just search a book, say the, and of course while searching immediately you get a prompt. If I just try that again and I click and I start to search something, I get a prompt that says service requires active wallet connection. So if I click connect a wallet, it interacts with the backend with the through the API, fetches the wallet. And if you check the wallet now, 1.99.979, and we come to our back end, you can see that this is the balance that we have on our back end on our blockchain as well. So now that we have a wallet, if we want to search a book, let's say we're searching for, let's say, boy, and you see it gives us, we have a basic logic that tells us that you should have more than between 2 to 4 words, because we assume that we're matching from a pool. We are assuming that we are Cortex. We've got a pool of books, and it's not ideal to actually match with one word. So if, let's say, we're matching with the boy, since we are connected to the wallet and we click search, you see it gives us a book with a fancy background that tells a fancy cover page that tells us, okay, this is a match that we have for you. And we've done it so that you can see the author, publication year, January, and of course the summary. And if you want to go further and read the review, of course you can read it. Now, if you like the review and you feel that okay, fine, I want to go read this book further, you can borrow a book. And we're telling you that for you to borrow a book, it's going to cost you 0.01 algo. Of course, it's 0.001 algo. In this case, I made a mistake, a little mistake. So, and if we click on borrow a book, the logic is that the price get deducted from our active balance. So if we click on borrow a book, you can see that our balance gets deducted, and that's the idea. And if we come down to the book, we can say we are reading the book, and we can read the entire book with the context and everything. And when we are done reading the book, we can just close the section. And after closing the section, we can of course try to borrow a book again. So we're borrowing a book called Great Salmon, and since we're connected to the wallet already, there's no need for us to say we are reconnecting again, unless of course if our backend goes down and we have to search again. So if we match a pool, we get another book. We can say we're borrowing this one as well. You can see that affects our balance. Now, so let's not simulate a situation whereby our backend is down. So take for instance, if our backend just goes down and we come on our website and we just refresh the page and we say we're trying to borrow a book, we get a prompt that says connect to wallet. This time if we try to connect to wallet, it tells us fail to fetch wallet because of course the backend is down. So and if we click on retry, it keeps retrying. Trying to fetch. So I'm just gonna bring the backend on again back and for demonstration. And the next thing about the project is that since I said we're using Git and it's been version controlled, we've got plans to actually implement functionality that allows us to be able to have something that says that if you search a book and it gives you, now that the wallet is back on, it should be able to fetch a book and will fetch. So we're trying to build something that gives us a feature that lets us be able to find book cards, like suggestive books is going to be there after reading everything. So and we know that one, we have got a live version already, so we need to version control the project, and that's where version control comes in. And that one is actually going on in a different branch, which is a related book listing block, and this is the branch that we have with that one, so it's not affecting the main branch that we have. So if we go to back to CodeSpace and I query the branches that I have, you can see that I've got Git branch. I've got these two branches, and if I want to go to continue the creating the book block, of course I can just say git checkout related and of course it takes me to the branch straight away, and I can do whatever I want to do within the branch without actually affecting the main branch. And of course Netlify has made it so easy for us that even by the time we deploy, Netlify monitors our repository, so that if we deploy and if we come, it sends us a mail that says, do you want me to automatically deploy what you have sent? And that is one bit of the operation as well. And for a quick validation of our transaction, for instance, I've said the last book I searched was a Great Salmon. If I go to Algo, which is the blockchain, and I check the transaction, we go to blockchain, you see that our transactions are being actively displayed. And if I go to the expository transactions, it's been a little bit delayed. Should have the latest transaction. So it gives me Great Salmon. So it goes to the last page. So but the amount is there, and the last book I searched was Great Salmon, as you can see. And if I go on the page, you can see it's Great Salmon basically being displayed. So everything is being stored actively in real time on the blockchain, and the balance is still in sync, which is 976. And I go here as well, see, got 977 because I haven't refreshed the balance here. So if I go Ctrl C and I run development again, see I got 976, which corresponds with what I have on my front end. So thank you very much for your time. Thank you for listening.